how do you say? Always got to stretch. We're recording right now. So, today we're gonna meet Johnny.
My name's Johnny, and I'm a minor threat. I was always kind of fascinated with cars. Just from an early age, I always liked cars, I always drew cars. When I was really young though, I was into semi-trucks, which I guess is why I'm driving a truck for a living right now. When I was a kid, I would play with my Hot Wheels and my Micro Machines cars and watch the wheels go around. Always loved them. I'm trying to think of the exact moment that I knew I was a car guy. I was always fascinated with them. I had no idea how they worked when I was, younger, but I knew that I liked them. I know the exact moment that I got into a certain kind of car. It was when I met my friend Zach. You'll probably hear a lot about that guy. He's a pretty rad dude. Pretty solid guy. And that was in high school. Before I ever got my first car, I think I was a sophomore. And that's when I met him in English class, of all places. I was showing him some of my drawings. I had drawings of all different kinds of cars. He happened to find one of a split window Beetle that I had drawn. I had no idea what it was. I thought all bugs were the same, And he asked me if I wanted to go to a car show. We went to the Jerome Jamboree. And then that's basically when I fell in love with the Volkswagen. I caught the bug, as they say. So that was just before junior year. So like 1997? Not 1897, that's a long time ago. And I can't get rid of the bug. I've always had a Volkswagen. Right now I've got 3. And box that we're First car was a Volkswagen, imagine that. 69 Baja Beetle. And it was painted, running, driving, everything was good, clean title, etc. for $1,000. And was working at KFC at the time, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Drove that around for a little while, went to high school and stuff, messed around in the woods a little bit. It wasn't until I got my second car that I realized that I preferred to praise the lowered. Every subsequent car since then has been slammed, or at least lowered a little bit. 67 was my second car, had a couple others in between there, all Volkswagens, just because that's what I was into. And then I got my double cab, which is the one that got away, my unicorn. You can actually see it in the Churco video. It lives in Tucson. A guy named Silent Steve bought it when I needed to get a better paying job to support my family, so I had to get rid of it so that I could move. Anyways, you can see it when the red 356 replica car pulls out. It's the black double cab with the fog lights and the canvas on top.
But I do believe that car was yellow, it wasn't red.
It was red.
Was it?
Yeah. And I remember, and I was there. So yeah, Silent Steve has it now. It gives me a sad every time I see it. So that's the one that got away. I've had several other cars since then. Had a 61 Cadillac for a little while. That was a Coupe de Ville, by the way, not a 4-door. We called that one the Cat-a-lac because we found a dead cat under the back seat. I was working on that a little bit, trying to get it to crank over and whatnot in my spare time. I got it to turn, so it wasn't seized up. Had the big block 390. I ended up trading that for the motor that is in the box currently. Made out like a bandit on that deal, actually. Just would be nice if I could get the truck to run. I almost want to trade the engine back if I could go back in time. It would have been a sweet car. So that was fun. I had a 69 Chevy, 69 C10 long bed for a little while. That needed more work than I was willing to put into it, so I sold that and it went to Canada. I've got the box, which you'll see in like one of the other videos, or 2 or 3, however many it takes to get that to run correctly. And now I'm at the point where I've got a couple of Volkswagens and the box. But I'm sure there'll be more. But now I have Sledgehammers. Currently, I'm working on the Sledge Hammer, which is here next to me, sitting on the tire actually. Sledge Hammer is highly modified. It's been chopped 3.5 inches. We channeled it 3 inches, lengthened the wheelbase 10 inches to basically give it that hot rod look. Full custom exhaust, done by me. I'm building a motor for it right now, which is why you haven't seen it running around. Got box, it was supposed to be my daily, but I could never get it to run right because I'm a dum-dum. And then I have the Slamper, which is my 65 VW bus. It's over here. 65 VW bus. It's a camper, but it's also slammed because I lower everything. So that's where I came up with the name Slamper. I thought it was pretty clever. No? I think it's clever. Why am I a garage junkie? Because I spend a good amount of time in my garage. More time in here than I spend inside the rest of my house. This is my room. This is where I feel most comfortable and where the magic happens. So I met Mike by chance when I was on a forum called Hood Ride. Was looking for somebody to help me go pick up a car because I didn't have a truck at that point. Mike volunteered. Never met the guy in my life before. My wife, before she dropped me off, she's like, "Do you know this person?" No. But then again, you know, I trust a lot of people, and I think it was a good thing because here we are today. We met up. We were going to pick up the car that we now refer to as Debbie. Debbie's been around. She was my car. I put her together initially. I sold her to Mike. He sold her to Adam. Then Adam sold her back to Mike. Then Mike sold her back to Adam. And now she lives up in North Phoenix. Belongs to another guy that is in the Air Force. Still looks the same as the day I built her, with the exception of the bumpers. Some jerk put early bumpers on it. She was a 72, supposed to have late model bumpers. They don't look right. So as we're driving up to get Debbie, we realized that we have similar tattoos on the same leg. I got flames on my right leg because, you know, that's my throttle foot. I like to go fast. I do cars and watch the wheels go around. I'm a garage junkie. So after a couple years, Mike and I started talking more, hanging out more. Now we're inseparable, attached at the hip, if you will. When he was deployed, he came up with the idea for Garage Junky. And then I kind of ran with it. I did some artwork. You've probably seen one or more of the skulls. I drew that. This one actually was my idea too. I think it's cool. Yeah, and I don't see us parting ways anytime soon because he's my BFF. And he's married to my wife's sister.
So there we have it. That's Johnny's story. I think this one came across a little nicer than my story. That's up to you to judge.
Or not.
Or not. But yeah, so that's a little bit about Johnny and myself so far at this point. Little more to know about Garage Junky.
Yeah.
Yeah?
We might meet George someday.
Maybe. He's always busy. George is the guy behind the scenes, so that's why you don't see him.
Because he's behind.
He's behind screens.
Like he's out there right now. Out the garage.
No, he's not. So yeah, anyway, like I said, that's just a little video about who Johnny is and how we got together. If you want to see my video of my interview, it's in the videos, or I'll link it on the screen or in the comments. In the description. I'll link it in the description so you can check it out. And on that note, make sure you like it if you dig it, comment if you hate it, or if you like it, and
or whatever.
Yeah. Subscribe, make sure you subscribe and get your little bells on, like mentioned before in previous videos, so you can get notified.
Jingle jangle.
So you can get notified every time we upload a video.
Because that's important.
Yeah. Well, till next time. See you around.
So my thing is the devil horns, and yours is see you around.
What's your name?